Do you pray to God every time you go for a ride? Pray that it won't snap like a twig?
So every time I step out the door, I pray. I go to the traffic light before I go off, I pray. Life is full of prayers lah. I only pray I don't get dropped lah. Yeah.
Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm here with Nas, and Nas, thank you so much for coming.
Hey,
You
no
have a, we were talking offline, I said I don't know what bike is this. It's an unbranded Chinese frame.
Yes.
First of all, thanks for coming to my show, man. And
Thanks for having me.
could you tell us more about your bike and about yourself? How do you get into riding?
Okay, I started cycling at about 2014. That was actually when my friend gave me a Polygon Helios frame with crankset and everything. Broke uni student, just graduated, no money, no work, don't want to work yet. So I used whatever money I have left to build that bike. So it was just a frame, everything was built up. I bought second-hand Groupset. Wheelset was somehow built. Yeah, those were like the fixed gear craze days lah when I was younger. Then it was a fun experience. Then I kind of stopped cycling for a while because of work, and the friends who started cycling with me back then all disappeared to do their thing. So no kaki, no friends, only solo rides. Yeah. Then I went back into cycling after I tore my ligament. Yeah, so all the dynamic sports I cannot do already. Then okay lah, my physio told me like, Nas, you got to build up your knee and everything. Okay lah. So my bike went out of the storeroom. Then I shifted to Punggol already, so perfect place to cycle. Seletar Aerospace is just behind.
Right.
So I cycled. Then COVID came. That was, in terms for cycling, is the best thing that happened to me lah. Because like my friend there, yeah, he finally went back to cycling. A few other friends who like, okay, let's cycle. Then we went to cycle lah. But then, you know, by then the Polygon Helios like a bit older, tired bike. Then keeping up with some of the fitter friends was a problem. Yeah, it had like shallow wheels and everything lah. So I started looking for bikes, and you can say I'm a COVID reborn cyclist. Yeah. Then looked around, everything was expensive, too expensive. Not everyone can buy like, you know, the expensive bikes and everything. So I decided that okay, maybe just buy a cheap-ish Canadian Cat, or Alley Sprint is a bit on the high side, or a Giant TCR. Then I looked through forums, everything. Back then also I saw like some unbranded carbon frames in 2014. And I was like, hey, this one like nice but back then also like a bit dubious lah. Then I started searching like, hey, maybe I should go that route. So I looked through forums, everything, researched for many months. My friends can tell you that lah. I keep asking them stuff like, hey, you think this one how? Yeah. Then found good things about unbranded Chinese bikes. Not really a copy of, you know, your SL67s or copy of your Pinarellos and everything, but I found out that if you want to buy a Chinese bike, don't buy an imitation of that bike lah. Yeah, so I looked around, I saw Chinese factories. I think they do frames for all the big brands lah. Yeah, so but they also sell like direct from factory to consumer stuff. Looked around, I saw one of which is a Velo build. I don't know whether that one is actually like posing as American company bringing Chinese frames, or is it Chinese company itself. I asked him, the person, very nice service support. Then I asked around also. Then I looked at, I saw this frame. So my criteria for the frame was I wanted a carbon frame. Don't really have to be light, can be aero frame. I didn't want cables because no cables is more 20, last year was 2021. Yeah, that I started looking for it in 2020 lah. So it was I wanted something 2020, and maybe can custom color. So I saw then this is actually from a company called Tan Bicycle. Yeah, Tan Bicycle. They have many frames. The first frame I looked at was actually something that looks like a Canon Ultimate. Yeah, but that one has cables lah, so I didn't want cables, which might be a good or bad move. And I chanced upon this guy here. Yeah, so I emailed direct to Tan. There was on forums, some of them say okay, their service support a bit slow lah. You might be missing some things when it comes. It's like okay lah, but on the other side also got a lot of people say good things about it lah. If you can get through not being able to speak to a Chinese salesperson, then I emailed them. I got help with my Chinese friends who every time I want to email, I ask him, okay, I want to say this, you translate for me. He translated for me, and true enough, when I emailed back in Chinese, they started replying a lot faster. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, my friend said that lah. I was like, okay lah, maybe try to email in Chinese lah. A lot better. Some things actually that came with it was, so I bought the frame. It comes with a seat post, true axle, and actually it comes with a one-piece integrated bar, which I didn't want because I was afraid that the bar reach and everything is not what I want. So I had to somehow Google Translate that I want a two-piece system, which one of the other frames have. So it came with a stem and a carbon handlebar also. So I built using that, but after I used the carbon handlebar, I found that it's a bit noodly. I didn't like it, so I found a zip Ergo 70 SL, something like that, for pretty cheap because I didn't really want a long reach. I got back pains, whole thing. Yeah, so that was the good thing about having a two-piece system. Yeah, so I'm happy I went with that. The stem is theirs, yeah, which is a carbon stem also. With two-piece system and the wires not going into the bar also helps me to change, to service, to whatsoever, because I like to do things myself. Yeah, this bike is, I would say, 95% built by me. Certain things like I cannot do, I had a home bike mech to help me lah, like cutting the stereo tube, press fitting the BB. I don't have the tools. If I lazy, then I call him. That time I started running off with a 1x. Then I found that 1x was fine because I had a 44 teeth in front and 1132 behind. Still can climb Faber, no problems. But it became a problem when I went on flats or descents. And on flats, I was running out of gears already. Yeah, I was free pedaling already. So I changed to a 2x, but that one by that time already I was lazy to do anything, to build my own. So I just called the bike mech to help me do lah. Yeah, yeah, it was a good experience building this bike by myself, some friends, and the help of the bike mech lah. Yep, the Groupset is a 105 Groupset. If you notice, I use cable actuated brakes, not your hydros. Reason being, one of them is that at that peak of the, you always call it what, bike damming, is it? Yes, yeah. So at the peak of that, things were not only hard to get, but the hydraulic Groupset was a lot more expensive. Again, not everybody is well off enough to buy everything higher grade or more expensive. So, but I wouldn't say this brake is actually cheaper. It's about $200 for the set, but it has a hydraulic reservoir inside also. So you pull the cable, then the hydraulic thing pulls the brake lah, the brake calipers. Yeah, it's pretty decent. I can stop. I can go down Faber without not stopping. but maybe the lever actuation is a bit tougher to pull. The brakes also I got another story lah. Yeah, a lot of stories. Main thing I learned about this brake, right, is you have to get a compressionless brake housing, because before this I was using whatever that came with the 105 shifter. I don't think the housing is that good. When I pull, I can feel a lot of resistance, but then I can still glide forward lah. A bit when I go a bit faster. Then I research, then found out that compressionless jack wire pro can be the issue to my problems. Yeah, then I changed it out lah. Then immediately there was better braking power. Lever actuation also feels a lot better lah. Actuation, modulation, whatever lah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, feels a lot better.
Right.
Yeah. Wheels is Lightbicycle. I saw one of the guys who interviewed has one.
The Scott guy, right?
Yeah,
very
but that one is the Falcon Pro. Yeah, so going by the theme of the bike, you know, I want good stuff, but save money. I bought the not say lower end, but the basic one lah, which is the Falcon No Pro, just Falcon, Lightbicycle Falcon. So what is interesting about the rims? It's a staggered setup. I would say I was looking for this setup because it looks like the Rovers, where the front is a bit wider, right? Yeah, a bit wider, and the back is a bit narrower. The front is a 45mm depth, behind is 56, but the width, the front external width is 32mm. And the rear is 30mm. Yeah. Why I want to go wider? Because I'm using 28mm lah. A bit more comfortable. Previously my bike I used 23, the Polygon 23. Then slowly I changed to 25. Then like maybe I just try 28 lah. And it's a lot comfortable than my friends. That time I tried my friends Endurance with Hypers. And also a 28 actually, but it feels a lot more stiff, a lot more, if you like that thing lah. I prefer a bit more comfort, but I also want aero lah, that's why. Yeah, and the front one I wanted it slightly shallower. I was really afraid of crosswinds lah. Aerospace crosswinds sometimes can be no joke lah. But then you know lah, my friends like they say okay one 50mm Singapore crosswinds okay one. It's like it's okay lah. So I went for this one, and I think the wider width helps with controlling crosswinds also. So I never had problems on crosswinds with this. Yeah, and the moment I changed to these rims, when I built the bike, it was with shallow aluminium DT Swiss wheels. When I changed to this one, I could immediately feel a lot stiffer. Even though that one is shallower profile, I had a bit of a problem climbing stuff lah. With this, I can really feel the power transfer to the wheels, and I getting a lot more PRs on hill climbs on this. And I suck at climbing. I cannot climb to save my life. Yeah. Always the last one, and even that guy there, he climbs a lot faster than me. Yeah.
Thanks for the introduction and running through your bike.
That's Sony the introduction.
We'll probably get into more deeper discussion. First off, I'd like to say that I like this color, man. This is like the cement grey, you know, like Porsche has this color, right?
Yes.
And you said this is a custom painted color.
Yeah.
Okay, I've written a few things when you were talking. So the first question from me is, what is the price of this bike?
Price of this bike, the frame itself, Singapore dollars, it's 1,000 or 1.1, which is a lot cheaper than your name brands if you just buy a frame only lah. And that is including the color that you were talking about. I've always wanted to get a car, but no money lah, buy a car in Singapore. I wanted it to be in Nado grey, you know, the Audi grey, that kind. So I can't get a car, but I can get a bike lah. So the custom color is only like what, 70 USD more
Right.
For two colors, the top tube is black.
Okay.
Yeah. I should have put like more blacks on it lah. Maybe the inside.
So this painting is from the factory where you bought the frame from?
Yeah, factory where I bought the frame from. They have a clear. The basic one is the typical clear matte coat or clear coat to show the carbon fiber lah. But black bike's nice lah. But I wear too many black shirts so I don't want it to be too boring. Yeah, and they have other colours which are popular, like chameleon lah, red. But if you want custom colour, you can have it in any design. So you ask them to, you tell them what is the colour you want. This is Pantone Cool Grey 11C.
Oh.
Yeah, I even research on the colour too. Yeah, like I got no work like that, but I do lah. My boss don't see lah, can already. Okay, and they do a mock-up even like, okay, I want the top tube black and all. They send a mock-up. It's a very amateurish secondary school project kind of mock-up, but I have an idea because from their previous bikes. So yeah lah, and 1.1k, 1.3k for the rims. Groupset depends on supplies. Total is what you see here is 3.8k with 105 Groupset. Yeah.
More on the paint. So when you've given them the color or the exact model or the code for the color, right?
Yeah.
Were you happy with the results when it came? Was it exactly like how you wanted it, or was it a bit off?
You should see my face when I took it out of the box lah. Yeah, my friend was there, and I was super happy. It's the color of the car of my dreams, but in a bike.
Oh,
yeah.
It's very accurate.
Yeah. So I was quite happy, but maybe longevity-wise, I don't know whether the way I clean my bike or it's the quality of the paint. You can see swirls on the top tube, especially on the black part. The grey part you can't really see, but overall it's okay. I was happy with the colour. Quality, I'm not as happy, but I'm okay. Yeah, it's okay. For the money I pay, that's the main thing lah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you bought it from this website called Tan Bicycles.
Tan Bicycle.
It's a China website.
Yes.
And how do you come across this website?
I buy a lot of stuff on AliExpress. So one of those days I was fantasizing. I was looking through AliExpress. Then they have this. If some people might be familiar, if you see a bike called Seraph, Seraph. If you're into Chinese bikes lah, that is their own brand actually, Seraph. But they also have an option to do with no brands lah, which is what I really wanted. Even if I get name brand bike, most probably like, if I have extra money, I paint it and not get sponsored by the bike lah.
But that's the thing about people who buy branded bikes, because they want the branding here, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's like wearing a
for
Rolex,
me,
but
for
not.
It's like wearing a Rolex, but not a Rolex. But I know this is a cheap bike, so it's okay with no branding lah. Yeah, so I found it on AliExpress, but I talked to them on AliExpress, but AliExpress not so responsive. Research again, they say email the company direct. So I emailed the company direct. And the thing with these Chinese companies, right, I don't know why, all the customer service people, all are women.
Oh,
yeah.
I had an experience.
But my friend also say, you sure not?
Yeah. They use like a women profile picture, but
Yes.
behind probably some dude, man.
Yes. Yeah. But Lightbicycle, no. Lightbicycle is it feels the most legit Chinese company I've liaised with, because they have American office also lah.
Before I move on to wheels, just last point on the frame, right? I have to say it looks a bit like my bike, so I ride a Venge. This top portion here and the seat tube, top tube looks a bit like a Venge, but the fork looks like one of the bikes that I filmed. What was it? The one in Malaysia that I filmed. It's
The one in Malaysia.
Oh my god, I forgot, man. What's that?
There was a Cannondale, no?
The first one was like a very expensive, the Melvin Tan dude.
Oh, stock.
Ah, stock.
Yes, yes.
So this fork, because there's a bit of line here, it looks like a stock
yes.
fork. I think it's a mix of everything, right?
Yeah.
And how are there any issues with the frame in terms of tolerances and like seat posts? Does it slip and stuff like that?
Okay. Tolerances. Okay. I bought the frame, to be honest. Funny story. I take out everything. Groupset all ready to build. I thought, okay, next day I will work on it. I took out everything. I looked at it, okay, spacer got, stem got, carbon post got. One thing don't have, which is very difficult to find, because bikes, these brake bikes all have funny specifications to different bikes, right? The true axles were not inside.
Oh man.
Yes.
Was it supposed to come with the bike?
It was supposed to come with the bike.
Or they put like a TNT or no skewers?
No, it was supposed to come with the bike. So I had to email again. Then the lady said, yeah, it was supposed to come with true axle. Someone must have forgot to pack it. So you have to wait lah. So I waited. It came in, this bike came in December. I had to wait like maybe 2 weeks for the true axle to come. Only then I can start building it. Yeah.
Did they give you any discount after that?
No discount because they pass it on to me for free, no charge.
But Bimang is supposed to come with the
bike.
Yeah,
it's supposed to come lah. I pay already what, so no choice lah.
Go and complain now. Maybe they give you another free frame or something.
Yeah, I wish lah. But, get everything really. I'm honestly happy lah.
Yeah.
That is one issue. Another issue I mentioned was the carbon bar. Very noodly. I was afraid of the thing not snapping lah, but I'm afraid of just doesn't make me feel assured lah. But bars no problem, right? Then another one, I don't know whether it's a normal problem with press fit bikes. So it was a BB86. It's a BB86. I used the Shimano press fit one lah. I used it. Everything was fine. 3-4 months later, it started creaking like there was a frog staying inside lah. Creak. Okay, then I brought this one I cannot solve myself because I don't have the tools and everything, right? And I'm afraid to knock the thing down lah. I went to my bike mech. He took it out. He say, bro, this one, the tolerances of the bottom bracket area lah. Okay, then he changed out to another one. He said, let's try this one first lah. It was a Merovka and also press fit. Became good. 3 months later, the same thing happened. And I was like, okay, maybe. Then I saw one of your videos where you interviewed the Sengkang bike shop. He was saying about BB tolerances. Then one of the things that can solve it is the screw-on type. So I got that one. I wanted to get the token one. Not many places sell that. I think token is one of them. Another one is BB, some American one.
BB Infinite.
Yes. But me being me, let's try to save money first. I bought an AliExpress one, Zito. Okay. Yeah. Zito with ceramic. Okay lah, try this one, $30 only. If this one works, that means that is the issue. Fix that on. My bike man was like, hey bro, where you buy? This one very easy to fix. I don't have to knock, I don't have to press fit everything. And I can take it out and service it myself, which I want lah. Then I use it, no problem ever since. I wanted to get the token bottom bracket, never mind lah, just use this one can already lah for now. Yeah, spins quite easy also.
So it solved your problem?
Solved my problem. It's just the screw-on type. So
it's a threaded lah, right?
Threaded. Yeah.
How long did you use that for?
How long?
Until it solved your problem, right? Maybe it's just temporary, or will it start creaking again?
So far no creaks.
How long was it since you got it until
How long is it? I think it was last October.
Okay, that's quite long.
Yeah, so not 3 months anymore lah. Every 3 months already. Yeah. Then
Okay.
That's the only problems I faced so far, which can be a bit annoying lah. But yeah, this bike is a journey so happy .
I mean, it's great that you're a 95% bike mechanic that you completed this bike in 95%.
Oh yeah,
right?
another issue.
Yeah.
Because this is painted on, right? That time when I built up, so I was a bit cuckoo lah. This is my first disc brake bike. Before that was rim brake. Rim brake easy to fix everything. So I put on the calipers. I tried to center it as much as possible, but I cannot get it to center. I cannot get it. So I had to research again research. I have a day job, by the way. Yeah. I research again, then they say that sometimes you need to face the surface. You need to face the surface of the caliper where it sits. Then I look at it. Then I research what is the tool. What does the tool look like? The tool looks like I don't know what lah. It looks very expensive lah. I won't buy. Most probably I buy and use one time, then I won't use it anymore, right? So I did the YOLO approach. I go and sand the pin down. Yeah. I sanded the pin down where the brake caliper sits. I sand until just the pin away. I didn't sand the frame away lah. Then after that I fix it on. Okay, can. Wow. It works. So yeah, things that you might face if you get.
I don't think anyone will sand down their frame lah.
Yeah, that's why I was very careful to sand only the pin.
Yeah.
Not the
So there's like a patch somewhere that's gone with no
There's
pin.
a patch where it's hidden by the brake caliper lah. So you can't see it. So I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lightbicycle Wheelset, China company. How's the performance?
Performance for the money is surpasses my expectations. It's a DT350 hub. I upgraded it to a 36 teeth ratchet, which was my previous wheel setup also. But that one was a DT240. A bit lighter. Honestly, performance-wise, the hubs, no difference I feel. Only the weight. The wheels, before this, I've never used carbon wheels. I tried on my friends' bikes before. It feels like, before that I felt like it was comparing to my polygon, my aluminium polygon. So it feels like every time I power down, I can feel the bike go. But when I changed to this bike, okay, carbon frame, yes, it feels a bit, but I didn't have the acceleration feeling lah. I changed to these wheels. Honestly, the best thing I spent on this bike, which is these wheels. Comfortable, fast, not affected by crosswinds, no issues, no problems at all. And even this color, the finishing, they actually, the two options was matte and gloss. I didn't want matte. Matte will be a pain in the ass to maintain, right? I didn't want gloss because it's too tacky. I feel. I wanted somewhere in between, like the NV finishing, which looks something similar to this lah. So again, research again on their website. Their website is quite good lah. They have previous customers sending in their photos, and I saw like, how come this finish I've never seen on their options? Then I asked them and they say, this is a satin finish. Need to top up or not? Don't need. Can lah. And then just nice also, the logo is same color as my frame. Yeah. And this one, the logo also you can customize. So if you have a pink frame, you want a pink logo, can. You want a blue frame, blue logo also can. Yeah. Everything is customizable lah. That's what I love about the wheels.
We will move on to the Instagram questions. There are a lot of questions, but before we move there, one last question from me is, what is your advice to people who would want to buy a Chinese frame?
Okay, advice, one thing is that don't go for those like, if you want a specialized SL7 for example, don't go and look for AliExpress specialized SL7. Don't go look for AliExpress Pinarello F12 or F. Honestly, just research for the companies that have the, I wouldn't say best, but better customer support, because you need to communicate with the agent. Look for something that you like, of course, and why not, if you can get a custom color, everything, I feel that this is the way to go. But of course, you get what you pay for. Don't expect to pay 1K ish for this kind of frame, but you expect 3K support or 3K quality, 3K lightweight from your name brands lah.
Yeah, for sure.
But that being said, also there are some models which are quite light lah. 800 grams frame.
I forgot the last two very important questions, which was what is the weight and what is your frame size based on your height? What's your height?
My height is 165. For this frame, it's a model is actually TT-X21. Yeah.
Why do they make things so complicated, right?
I don't know. There's TT-X1 to all the way to TT-X26 now. I don't know.
Does TT-X stand for something?
TT, I think is Tantan.
Right.
Yeah, X, I don't know where. But yeah, so this is TT-X21, size 49 in their size. The reach is about 372. Stack is about 51 something. By the way, this is aero endurance kind of type. And
the weight?
The weight is 8.7 kilo.
Oh, it's heavy.
Yes, it's heavy, but okay lah.
Yeah. I just realized there's a UCI sticker. Is that legit?
Later you
legit
can
or not?
video lah. You read exactly what is on it.
Is that by you? Is that by you?
It's by my good friend called Ali.
Wow.
AliExpress.
That's very funny. Okay.
One more thing I just want to say. I decided on this frame is because I saw two other, I don't know whether boutique or bike brands, one from Australia, one from one from Canada, had the exact same frame. That was UCI legal, and the spec sheet also exactly the same. So I'm like, it must be the same frame, and most probably it comes from this factory. So that's why I got it lah.
So we'll move on to the Instagram questions. If you guys want to ask your questions, follow me on Instagram and get a chance. So, Nas, ready?
Yes, I heard the music in my head.
Yeah, I'm playing the music actually when I'm saying this.
Oh.
Okay, the first question is, did you have the bike or did they have the bike tested or x-rayed the frame to check for any voids?
That one I'm not too sure. Of course, you know, these Chinese companies, they show pictures of their frames being tested lah, whatsoever. I wish I had the money to, you know, send the frame in for x-ray like Cam Nichols does for his wind space lah, Seka bikes and everything. But whatever happens, I have faith that it won't break.
Yeah.
If it breaks, then yeah lah.
That's the end of it. Does it have a warranty?
Warranty, they claim it's 1 year warranty support. They claim lah. Hopefully I don't have to test that claim. Anything you can just email them back. That's why go direct. Email them direct rather than go through AliExpress. I feel is better if you want to get such frames.
How many kilometers on this bike and how is it holding up so far?
How many kilometers? Last I remember on Strava it's 3.8 thousand. 3,800 kilometers. Holding up so far, service once. My bike mech is the one who helped me service. That one I a bit lazy already. He said no issues, no problem. There's only one issue lah. The issue is I never clean my bike properly. Yeah.
That one he also cannot help lah.
Yeah, that one he was complaining. But otherwise no issues lah. No funny creaks other than the BB I was mentioning about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, you're a DIY guy, right?
Yes.
I'm still a DIY guy. I would say the bottom bracket is the most satisfying thing to fix if you know how.
Yes.
But it's scary because you even said like you try to knock out the BB, it's very scary. So I did it on my bike, you like whack it damn hard and it pop out. Yeah, but it's fun lah. I mean, if you like to DIY your stuff, and satisfaction.
I don't think it's fun knocking the bike. I see my bike mate knock the bike, I'm like yeah. So that's why I got the Treader one lah.
Yeah, the Treader one is easier.
Yeah, a lot easier.
This is from your friend behind the camera. How does it feel like to smoke super bikes with this machine? The first question is, have you smoked anyone lah?
My mother say don't smoke lah, so no. But to be honest, or even on the polygon, I'm not the fittest of guys, but there will be people who have the money. Maybe they are starting out, so they ride a bit slower even on their super bikes. My aim is not to smoke people. My aim is just to catch this guy here. So I smoke them or not, as in these super bikes, to be honest, I never noticed lah. I'm just suffering trying to keep up with these guys lah. So
Just enjoy the ride.
Yeah, that one is the most important lah.
Yeah.
You ride slow, ride fast, super bike. Like this bike also, as long as you're happy.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing I feel.
Will you ever get a super bike? And which bike will you? What is your bike that you like right now? Mainstream ones.
Okay, bike that I like right now, one of which is actually the Meridas, Recto Scultura. Go to school. I'm looking at either one of them. I also like the BMC Time Machine or Road Machine. Specialized S-Works I like, but there's too many people riding those bikes lah. Yeah, it's nice to see many S-Works go by, but if I ride S-Works, I'm like, okay, too many.
Maybe there's a reason why there's so many. I'm trying to defend myself.
Of course. No, I'm not trying to attack you, but
no.
Yeah, my friend, our riding buddies also, he rides Specialized lah. He loves it to beat. There's another S-Works also, they love it to beat. They really like it. They say it's good, it's fast. The next bike they change also will be Specialized or S-Works. But yeah lah. You see my bike, confirm I want something different also.
Yeah. Do you pray to God every time you go for a ride? Pray that it won't snap like a twig?
So every time I step out the door, I pray. I go to the traffic light before I go off, I pray. Life is full of prayers lah, especially when I ride this bike. No lah. I pray only one time lah, go out. Then after that, okay lah. I only pray I don't get dropped lah. But it breaking to half or not, I have no concerns about that lah.
Yeah.
Quite solid bike lah.
Last question, okay? I think we're running a bit short of time. Okay, I think this is a relevant question to close off our interview. Out of 10, how would you rate your bike and the comfort and the geometry?
Out of 10, I've only, to be honest, I only ridden one other road bike. So my basis of comparison not that good lah. And it's a old Polygon Helios, which was not very comfortable at all. It was light but not very comfortable. So if I compare to that, out of 10, I would say it's a 8.
Wow, that's a high rating.
Yeah, to me lah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Why geometry wise? Yeah, it's an aero endurance. So, and it has no cables. I only have back pain when I go and climb, but it's because of me, not the bike. I would think so. But yeah, should try it out lah.
Yeah. That is it because I'm very hot right now under the sun. I think you are probably burning under the sun. Thank you so much for coming and sharing with us your bike. All the best, man, with the bike. I hope it doesn't break into half.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will keep on praying. Thanks for the person who asked me that question.
Yeah, and that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to feature your bike or come on my channel, just DM me on Instagram and we'll sort something out. So Nas, thank you so much again, and good luck to you, man.
Thank you for having me. All the best of me.